Hello, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. Today's a very exciting video. I am going to my first NBA playoff game today. Spurs versus the Blazers. I decided that I would do my makeup with you guys. Today's a very special day, so thank you for being here. And let's get into the makeup before I start blabbing too much. So I went ahead, did my skincare hours ago, and I primed with this Wet n Wild Hydrate. There we go. And I went ahead and did this Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I did also just do my nails, so they're a little crusty. I don't know if you can tell, but like the glue kind of got white. So I don't know what's up with that. Let's start with the eyes. That way the primer has plenty of time to set. We're just gonna use this Revolution eyeshadow palette and then possibly parts of my Anastasia eyeshadow. It is 5:51. I was hoping to get out of here at 6 just to give myself plenty of time just in case there's a car accident or something, so I'm not late to the game. Like that should leave me like an hour. But I'm not gonna be out of here in 9 minutes, more like 29. My makeup doesn't usually take as long to do as I think, so we're still making good time. So I think if we're out of here by 6:15, that's still plenty early. Tonight is game 3. The Spurs are tied with the Blazers for the series 1-1, which makes me nervous, and especially made me nervous because a few days ago, we didn't know if Wemby was gonna come back to the series at all. You know, if anything, not until they're back until San Antonio, most people were saying, but sounds like he might play tonight. I don't want to get my hopes up, but I feel like there's a good chance of him to play. Me personally, as a basketball fan, if the Spurs can take care of it on their own, which I think they are capable, because honestly, I think the Spurs are obviously going to come in like with the guns blazing, I guess, as you can say, and the Blazers now, like I know people say, oh, they're inexperienced, like are they going to be able to pull off this hostile environment in Portland? But honestly, people aren't thinking about how Portland is also not experienced, and the pressure's kind of on them to like win the game at home, you know? So we will see what happens. I actually have a funny outfit planned, so maybe I'll save that towards the end before I go. It's kind of a silly outfit in my opinion, but also meaningful, so I'm excited. I might wear this on Sunday. I thought about wearing Steph Castle's, I thought about ordering Steph Castle's Slam magazine cover as a hoodie or like, you know, sweater, but it's just kind of expensive and I didn't think it would come in time, so I just decided to pass on it, you know, because I'm just a girl trying to survive in this economy, no one to share the bills with. I am not sitting as close as I normally like to sit. Usually I like to sit just a few rows behind the Spurs bench, but those tickets were about $1,200 each, so you know, not quite there yet. Like sure, I could do that and not go into debt, but why would I do that? Like there's a reason why I've been able to live on my own for over 3 years now. To be able to live alone and still do what I want, there's a reason why I've been able to do that, and it's things like not spending $1,200 on Spurs tickets. Now like the courtside seats, like right behind the coaches, right behind the bench, were $1,800. And I was thinking, if it was a Western Conference game, like Western Conference final, and none of the Spurs were hurt, and I didn't have student loans I have to pay, which that is starting up for me in the summer, and if I wasn't going to Texas for a week, I might have like just gone for it, you know. So I'm not quite there yet, but that does motivate me to like find a side hustle and, you know, keep this YouTube thing going. So speaking of this YouTube thing going, work, my real job, my 9 to 5, this is not a job, this is just a hobby, not a job yet. I've hated it more than I ever have. So if you're a real one and you've been watching all these videos about how work's going, I think this time last year I was talking about a promotion, but that there was some like drama going on. I had to wet my beauty blender really quick, that way it has some time to kind of chill, that way I'm not wetting it and then going right into my foundation. So the work drama has been the worst it's ever been. Now, motivation to get the full tea, because if I were to leave that job and like let's say do content full time, I will spill you the tea, I will drop first names, I don't care. I have been treated terribly. All right, for foundations I find that I am usually mix these. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro and the Wet n Wild. This is amazing, and I just use this because it's lighter and like because this is a little dark for me right now. So I'm just gonna put this on the like kind of where I would contour and then kind of fill this into the rest of the spot. If you watched my last Get Ready With Me when I was going into the blazer suite, I talked a little bit about how someone was being inappropriate with their comments about me in front of clients, totally unprovoked. I'll link that right here if you want to go see that. It's a fun little Get Ready With Me. There hasn't really been any of that because I feel like this person is smart enough to not continue that sort of thing. I still have to work with that person closely, unfortunately, especially around this time of year, but they're not really being like a bully. They kind of leave me alone, which is what I want. Just kind of leave me alone. I'm just here to do my job. But I had a friend, I thought they were my friend, and we got really close really fast. I feel like she kind of love bombed me in a friendship kind of way. And I started thinking like, wow, is this like my bestie? Like, you know, like we just like, at least I thought we like saw each other, like understood each other kind of thing. She was kind of an outcast in the office, but I, you know, was kind of one of the first people to embrace her. She is quite a quirky, weird girl, okay? Nothing wrong with that, okay? I am kind of weird too. So, long story short, because I'm not trying to get fired here myself, and if they do find this video, I feel like it's like, oh, you want to tell everyone what you did to me? Okay, go ahead. I get fired and everyone knows the truth, because I'm not out here spilling the drama, because I'm not here to like make people hate you. Like, you treated me bad, I clocked you for who you really are, and now I'm gonna sit back and do my own thing. I know I am being kind of vague with like what happened. Listen, if this YouTube thing ever takes off and I'm able to quit this job, I will give you the tea. So interact with this video so that we can do that one day. I will gladly spill the beans on this so-called friend I had. And I forgave this person even though they had a terrible reaction to something so silly. And I said, okay, I told her, you know, even though she was doing me wrong, I said, okay, it sounds like you have some stuff you need to work through. Sounds like you have some stuff to think about. So, you know, let's move on. Let's move past it. I'm not mad at you. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? Because she's the one that did me dirty. And it didn't matter because she decided, like, F Christina, you know, kind of thing. So I know that's like so confusing. And like I said, one day, hopefully I can tell you the full story because I'm ready to spill the beans. Aside from work, like, besides the work drama, which has been really hard, like if you've ever been in that situation where people purposely isolate you, when people purposely will talk to every single person at, you know, happy hour, when you're at a restaurant at a table, and a person will ask every single person like, oh, what are you gonna get to drink? What are you gonna get to drink? And pass over you. Or when they say, oh, so-and-so, you should go to this Hawaiian restaurant with us next Thursday. And then the person next to me, oh, so-and-so, you should come too. We're gonna go next Thursday. Like, things like that. It's so middle school. And you know I haven't made improvements in my life, and I'm not out here like being show-offy about it. People really don't like you when you level up. So whatever. I don't want to be anything like you, and the people that I admire, that I wouldn't mind switching places with, are like totally like they're like happy for me, you know? So I'm not too worried about it, but it is annoying. And there's just so much more details that I obviously can't say, but it's been pretty ridiculous. And I feel like my bosses are kind of noticing the isolation that's happening to me at work. And it's like, okay, if the bosses are noticing, like, maybe you should do something about that. I don't know, whatever. The meaner they are to me, the more I'm motivated to edit. So I'm not saying be happy that people are being mean to me, but I am happy that they're being mean to me, because that motivates me in like my Pilates classes. It motivates me to not skip like a workout. It motivates me to meal prep, things like that. So this isn't the first time someone at my job made my life miserable, and that is actually how I started my YouTube channel and did my personal training. Okay, so I did my YouTube, I think before she started working there. That's when I was doing Bath and Body Works videos. I did that on my own because I had the time, because I was just like teaching at a Montessori school and I guess had a lot of free time. When she started making my life terrible, I lasted 3 days in the classroom with her. She is a narcissist. I will gladly spill that tea. Let's spill that tea the next time I get ready to do something. This girl was crazy. She should have been on Dr. Phil, but Dr. Phil is not on TV anymore. Like, I know people throw around the word narcissist, but she literally was that. I didn't know what that word was back then, but psychotic. Psychotic. I see the good in this and I'm gonna move on. And I know what my mission in life, and we're gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this. So if you're going through a tough time, let's get through it together. Foundation's on, did a little bit of concealer. We're gonna do a little blush. I have this Milani one, but I actually finally got a powder to kind of set it with. So this is Chef's Kiss, and this is Sparkling Rose. I got this when I was, you know how I always get like a couple makeup items when I visit my mom and dad, when my mom and I go shopping. What should we talk about? I don't know, I'm excited about this game. This is my first NBA playoff game ever. I've been to season openers. I obviously see the Spurs the last few years anytime they are in town. So Wemby should be in street clothes at least, so I get to see them. This glow, I kind of just use this as a highlight. I don't do my makeup enough to like experiment with things, because when I actually do have the motivation to put on makeup, it's like for a special event, so it's like I don't have time to experiment. But you know what I should be experimenting with makeup is like when I film an empties video. So I uploaded a couple videos ago, so if you subscribe from that and you're checking this one out, thank you very much. It was just like a silly declutter kind of video, and I don't know, I acted kind of funny in it, and I got a few subscribers from it, so thank you. If that is you, I appreciate it. Okay, this bronzer is it's a Smashbox. I thought it was Bobbi Brown for some reason. It's ridiculously old. Like, I should be surprised it hasn't given me a rash, but like, I will use it till nothing comes out. Like I said, in this economy, this is why I can afford seats behind the bench. I mean, not right behind. When my coworkers were asking me if I was going to the game, I would respond, but like, of course I'm going to the game. What kind of question is that? Of course I'm gonna go. Like, how much you pay for tickets? And I was like, oh, I'm like, if there's a game 6, I think I will hit that $1,000 price point. You know, especially if like Wemby's not hurt and stuff. Oh, this. Okay, I think I made it blend out for the most part. This was not a good idea. How are we on time? 6:09. I gotta hurry. Okay, I know I'm gonna actually. No, we're gonna be fine. Can you imagine if I'm late to this game? I would cry. Okay, I think that looks good. So I'm gonna do the smallest amount of blush. I don't want to break a nail. I didn't really set them as good as I want because I was in a hurry. My nails are one of my favorite accessories, but I'm always like, it's the last, like, I rush that. Ooh, that's pretty. I think ooh, a little too much. It's too much blush. Help! I know it doesn't look like it on camera, but in person. Okay. It's still kind of too much. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Okay, now we're gonna do this Smashbox Halo powder. I don't really love this. I wouldn't buy it again, but it lasts forever, especially because I don't put on makeup all that often. Let's see, what else can we talk about? I don't know. There's rumors starting that Damian Lillard might play, but that would be insane if he played. I don't know, do you guys want to talk about basketball? I mean, I'd be happy to talk about basketball, but I feel like most of you probably are not here for basketball and here for the tea. So let's do some tea. My dating life is non-existent. One crush I have at the Pilates gym, and I feel like he notices me because I wear band t-shirts. So the first time I wore a Metallica shirt, but he was on his way out, but I could tell that it like caught his eye because other people were complimenting me on my shirt. And then just yesterday I wore my System of a Down shirt because, girl, my Orange Theory class, they played IEAIO. And I know if you don't listen to System Down, you're like, what the heck did she just say? But they played IEAIO, and which was like one of their weirdest songs. So that was, I was like, what on earth? And then they also played Aerials, which is like fine. That's like a well-known song of theirs, but it's kind of slow. But I was like, 2 System of Down songs in one class. This is the best day of my life. And I told the coach that, like, thank you for playing that playlist. This is the best day of my life. And I was so locked in during an Evanescence song that I actually didn't realize I was doing the complete wrong exercise. Like, I forgot to switch the last minute of the block. They call it a buyout. I totally I was working on my shoulder presses while everybody else was doing sit-ups, and I didn't even realize that I was not paying attention until after. So that was kind of funny. And people probably thought I was being silly by like going to failure on something when I wasn't even supposed to be doing that. As for dating, I know I need to do some sort of singles event this summer. I never curl my lashes because I always forget. But I'm gonna do this off camera. Okay, you guys, so there is traffic, but not anything too crazy. It says I'll get there at 6:49 if I were to leave right now. It's like a 10-minute walk from my parking spot. And I know the games don't start till like 8 after what it says for like start time. This hair is not hairing the way I want. That's okay though. So we are in a hurry. I used to be someone that would be like ready an hour early, and I don't know. Like, I feel like after COVID, I just got tired of being early all the time. I don't know. Kenra volume spray. Oh, it's so dark. Sorry, because like the sun is kind of setting. We're just gonna have to go with it. I am not 100% happy with my look, but girl, I gotta get to this game on time. So I'm wearing an all black suit, even though this isn't a button up. This is as close as I can get it. Honestly, I don't know if I want to switch my shirt. I don't even know if I have time, but these are my high school senior year basketball shoes. So, and I wore the same shoes from freshman year to junior year. I got new ones for senior year and I still have them. And I'm gonna wear this with my outfit, so it's really special. The reason why I have all black suit, I even got these slacks from Old Navy a few hours ago. So hopefully I get a picture. Sorry, this is rushed, but yeah, this is really special. But I got to get going because I cannot be late to this game.
Present